once upon a time, Yousef wanted to be a little more open, a little trying something new, a little different, you know, being like open-minded about certain things, okay? So, as much as it pains me to say, I was told myself I want to try a guitar other than Ibanez. Please, Ibanez gods, don't be listening to this story. So I was like, you know what, Ibanez is good, but I want to taste the fruit of another guitar. I want to put that fruit in my mouth and bite into it and let the juices shoot out and get all over in between my teeth. And I'm going to need I want so much pulp in my teeth that I'm going to need like 3 toothpicks for each tooth to get all that pulp out. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try a different guitar. Yes, I actually did think that. I actually did do that, okay? So I was thinking, so I live in Washington, D.C., and Paul Reed Smith guitars are in Annapolis, Maryland, or technically like this island right next to Annapolis. But anyways, it's here in Maryland, and it's just a 40-minute, 50-minute drive away. So I went to Annapolis, and I went to this guitar shop that has like all PRS guitars, dude. All PRS. So I go into the guitar shop, and I'm like looking at some certain models, and I saw online that they had this PRS called the S2. The S2 are made in America, but they're priced really well, like $1,000. So I wanted to test one of those guitars out. So I go into this guitar shop, and I'm seeing like a bunch of PRSs up on the wall. I'm like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that flame maple top. There's an orange one. There's a green one. There's a blue one. There's a white one. There's every color you can think of, and they're all looking pretty, and they got the bird inlays and stuff. So I go up to I'm not seeing the S2. So I go up to the guitar clerk, and I'm like, hey, guitar clerk guy, I want an S2. Do you have one? And he's like, no, we don't have an S2, you know, we don't have one of those. Because, you know, it's right around $1,000. This is not too bad for American-made PRS. So I'm like, okay, you don't have an S2. I want to try a PRS. What kind of guitar do you recommend? So he's like, oh, man, I got a really good one for you. So we go into this room with like 6 PRSs. And it's like, I'm like, looking at them, I'm like, oh, my God, look at that. There's a red one that's beautiful. I'm like, wow. So anyways, without saying anything, he picks up the red one, it turns out. So he picks up this red one, and he's like, dude, this is a really good one. This has amazing specs on it. This is one of the first ones. It came out in 1986, and it's like amazing to play. You should really try it. And I'm like, 1986? Dude, PRS just started in 1985. What is this guy talking about? So then I tell him, yo, dude, okay, before I play this, you know, how much is this guitar? And this guy, like, totally stone cold. He's like this, $9,000. Dude, my jaw like fell down there. My jaw was like, good $9,000. No, dude, I'm okay, you know. Yeah, but I didn't play it like that. You know, I was like in my head, like, oh my God, $9,000. This guy's got it. He's holding it. No, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm not really into red. So, yeah, I'm not going to try that guitar. But yeah, thanks for showing that to me. Dude, I'm not even going to touch a $9,000 guitar, you know. I'm not going to touch it. And I was all like, oh, I'm not into red, but red is my favorite color. See, that's the funniest thing about it. So that was my tale of the PRS guitar. So I didn't try that out. I ended up going to another shop and trying the S2. And the guitar neck is like a baseball bat, dude. I don't like Ibanez guitars are known for their thin necks. So anything other than this thin neck is like feels like really thick to me. So then I said, you know, I'm going to stick with Ibanez. Not just for the sake of me loving Ibanez, but also for the sake of my wallet. Dude, and 9,000, man, there's some that are 10, 15, 20,000, man. It's no joke, the PRS guitars.